Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. So in this video we are going to see how we can create a display method in standard forms. Now to understand our scenario, let me go back to our all customer form. Okay, so here what we'll do, let us say we want to create one more field here, and that field will have data like this account number like D-001 dash contest group. So what I mean to say, so we'll get output like this. We'll create a display method. Okay, so I will do something like this. Then we'll have here contest Europe. And similarly for second Europe, for second record, Europe. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, for the second record we'll have US dash 001 dash contest retail San Diego. Alright, now there are a few things that you need to remember for display methods. So they are not actual fields, they are unbound field. So you'll not able to do sorting, filtering and all these inside your display method. And also display method may have some performance impact as well. Because when you load your form, so even before that, the code get executed for those many rows. But there's a solution for that. You can cache your record, so we'll see everything. Okay, now the first thing is that we'll need to create an unbound field here. So let's see which form we are using. So we are using custable form. So what I will do, I will delete these two classes and I will create extension of my custable form. I will go to AOT Application Explorer. Let me expand my user interface form, and here I will create extension of my custable form. So I will search for my custable and I will create extension here. So simply right click here and create extension. Form extension is ready. I will open my form extension. Will right click and I will open this. So we have two types of field and dynamics, bound and unbound fields. So bound fields are those which are linked to your data source. And bound field, they are independent, like they are not really linked with your data source. So for that I'll be creating an unbound data source. So I need to create my field here. So for that I will go to my grid and I think this is the right place. Okay, I will simply right click here and I'll click on new. I can create a string here. So I will go to string. I will create a string here. And there are a few important properties for your display method. So first thing is that you need to give a good name here. So I can say this as display example. I'm going to give a name like this, which will be more familiar in our video. And here is one second. Yeah, all right. So here now you need to set two important properties. So let me short it from A to Z. Yeah. So the important property here would be your data source and data method. So here you will need to select your data source. Okay. So you need data from your custable. Okay. And now here you need to specify your data method name. But the problem is here we haven't write code for this data method. So the first thing is that we'll need to write code to get this relevant output. So remember one more thing, in display methods, you typically write code at your table level. So I will go to data source here. So my data source is my custable. So I can go to my cust table. I will expand my table node, and I can say here cust table. I will create extension here. I can create code extension because I'm not going to add any new field. I simply need to create one method here that I will hook inside my this string control. So I'm just waiting for this code extension to get ready. Okay, I think this is ready now. Yeah, so it's ready now. Cust table Sagar extension. Alright, so here now this is important. So you can write here public. So you are creating a display method. Okay. So for that you will write here simply display. Okay. But as you are directly calling your display method, so you'll need to write static as well. So you don't need any explicit call here. So you can simply put scope resolution and call this static method. Okay. Then here you will need to specify your data type. So we are going to get a string. We are going to get a string that contains our account number, that is customer account dash, or instead of dash I could say something like this, or I could say something like this. So I will put a asterisk simply, or yeah, I will put asterisk. Okay, and then we'll have our name of that particular customer. Okay, so I can say here get combo of account num, and what else we have, account num and name, name. Let me say name as this. Alright, so now here you will need to also pass the current instance of your table. So I will simply say cust table, and here I can pass my cust table. Alright, that's it, and I will simply write my code here. And now you have to remember that your name, this field actually belongs to your dir party. So first of all, I will need buffer of dir party table. So for that I can say dir party table. I can use here dir party table, and I will write here dir party table, and we have a function called find rec id. Okay, where you can simply pass rec id of your cust table. So you can say cust table dot, not this one, you need to get it from underscore one, cust table dot rec id, and now here you will get buffer inside your dir party table. Then you can, at the end you can simply do return. So what you are going to return, you need to first of all return your account number, right? So for that you can write cust table dot account num. Then what do you have? Then you have an asterisk. So put a plus. To create an asterisk, put an asterisk. Let me put one more space here, and I'm going to close. Then I need to concatenate this with my name. So for that I can use dir party table dot name here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is completed. Now one more thing that we should do here is, as I said, display method have performance issues, so you can do a cache here. So for that you can write sys, as you will be doing it at the client level. So you can use this sys client cache data method attribute. That's it. Once you are done, so let me save this, and we'll do a build and we'll see whether we are getting. Oh, one second, I think I forget one thing. I only wrote the code, but I haven't linked this data method here. Now to link my data method here, I will need to hook this data method here. So if you'll see your data method will not be directly available. So second, let me click here. So you will need to copy this. Simply copy this here. Okay, and write this here. Control V. And you need to put this scope resolution side. Then simply type your method name here. That is get combo of account num and name. Let me copy this. I'm going to copy it. I will copy this, and at the end I will simply attach it inside my data method. Yes, so now I will do a build and then we'll see output. So creating a display method in your custom table or in your custom form is much more easy, but whereas it is somewhere a little difficult in if you are playing with standard objects. Alright guys, so our build is completed and you can see output as well. But one thing that I missed here, I put here rec ID, so actually I will need to put here my party party here. So if you will write here party and if you'll do a build, so then you will also get the name, but mistyped it. So the basic concept here was that you want to combine these two fields followed by an star. So for that we created a display method. So now since it's a display method, so you see like the disable option is blocked for me. So for example, if I go here inside my telephone field, I can do a filtering here, but as soon as I click on this cust table, that Sagar extension, colon, and also I also haven't put label as well. So if you go here and you give a nice label here, and that will get reflected here. So do combo field. Okay, so let me trigger a build. That time do trigger a build. Okay, yeah. So by the time it is building, I will tell you what all we did. Like just to summarize, so we created a string field here. The important thing here was we need to give a good name. We need to provide a label. Then here we need to specify our data source and data method. Okay, and the data source is nothing your table name. So now we need to create a method, right? So we go to our table. Since the cust table is standard table, I can't write code there directly. So I will need to create a COC of that table first. Then I will need to add my own method. As I was creating a display method, so I use this sys client cache data method attribute. This will, basically will cache my record so that, so what generally happens when you run your display method, so at that time, yeah, so when you run your display method, so all this get calculated at the runtime. Now to declare my display method, the important thing is I need to use keyword display. And also I will need to use static because you are doing a direct call from here. So that's why you need to write static here. And then we also need to pass our cust table buffer as well. Then we already know this dir party table and cust table. They relate with party ID. So basically from cust table you have party field that act as the rec ID for your dir party table, and the name of your customer is stored in your dir party table. Then you put this, then from here you can easily get your customer account. So it is still refreshing. Yeah, so then we simply read a return. So once we complete our return, we need to come to our data method. We need to specify our class name. We created an extension class, so we completely provided a class name. Then we put scope resolution sign here, and then we give our exact method name. That is this get combo account name. Yeah. So it's I just corrected that, and now we can see combo field is displaying, and we are getting all this data as usual. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.